Every school has that one place you don't really think about until you have to go there. At our school, it's the nurse's office. Small room. Smells faintly of bleach and something sweeter, like cough syrup that's been sitting too long. White tile floor. One bed with paper stretched tight over it, always a little wrinkled where the last person was. But this year, people started noticing something. If you went there for a headache, you didn't come back. Not to class. Not even to school the next day. At first, everyone thought it was just flu season. Kids getting sent home, parents keeping them out. But after a while, no one could remember seeing those kids anywhere. No bus stop, no lunch line, no sports practice. Their lockers stayed locked. Their seats in class stayed empty. Teachers would just stop calling their names. The office door was usually closed, but sometimes if you walked by slow enough, you could see in. The kids were still there, sitting on the bed, eyes closed, hands resting in their laps, whispering in perfect unison. Not fast, not slow, just steady. If you got too close, you couldn't tell what language it was. Not English, not anything you could place, but you'd still feel like you almost understood it. And it would stay in your head hours after you walked away, even though you swore you didn't remember the words. The nurse never left the room, ever. Not for lunch, not for the bathroom. Some people thought she had a cot hidden in the back, but there's no back in the nurse's office. It's just the front desk, the bed, the file cabinet, the locked supply closet, and the medicine cabinet above the sink. That medicine cabinet is where things got strange. Someone said if you caught it at the right angle, her reflection wasn't wearing the same clothes she was. And not just a little off, completely different. Like one day she's in her scrubs in the room, but in the reflection she's wearing a stained white gown that hung too long, almost dragging on the floor. Another day she's standing still at her desk, but in the reflection her hands are moving, doing something you can't see from where you're standing. One kid swore he saw her reflection turn and look right at him. The real nurse never moved. He didn't go to school the next day. Then the rumor started. Someone claimed the whispering students were answering questions the nurse wasn't asking out loud. Another said the reason you couldn't understand the language was because it wasn't for human ears at all. One freshman swore her older sister had been one of those kids last year, and that she'd started having dreams about a white room with no windows, just that bed, over and over until she stopped talking altogether. A week ago, one of my friends, Tyler, got a headache during third period. He laughed about it, said he was going to go learn the secret. He never came back to class. When I passed the nurse's office later, I peeked in. Tyler was on the bed, eyes closed, whispering with 3 other students. I was about to leave when I realized something. His lips weren't moving the same as theirs. He was a few seconds ahead, like he already knew what they were going to say. That night I couldn't sleep. My head felt tight. Not painful, just aware. I kept thinking about the medicine cabinet, wondering if her reflection was still wearing that gown. The next day, I pretended I was sick and went to the office on purpose. She smiled at me without showing her teeth and told me to lie down. The paper on the bed was cold. Up close, I could hear them better, the whisperers. They didn't stop for me. The sound was like breathing that made shapes. I realized they were counting, but the numbers were wrong. Too many between each one. I tried to glance at the cabinet without making it obvious. Her reflection was there. But it wasn't looking at me, it was bending over the whispering students, touching their foreheads one by one. Each time the kid's whisper got quieter. Then the reflection looked up and smiled. The nurse told me I should close my eyes, that it would make the headache fade faster. I don't even remember leaving the bed, but the next thing I knew, I was in the hallway. It was 7th period. My head didn't hurt anymore. That night, I dreamed of the white room. Only it wasn't empty. The bed was there, but so were rows of chairs. Every seat filled with someone I recognized from school, all with their eyes closed, whispering. And the nurse was moving between them, wearing that long white gown. I woke up with my pillow wet, not with sweat, but with a damp, sour smell like the nurse's office. And there was paper stuck to my hand. Not notebook paper, not printer paper, thicker, yellowed, with numbers written on it. The first number was today's date. If you ever go to the nurse's office and the door is open, don't look inside. If you do, don't look at the medicine cabinet. If you do, don't let the reflection smile at you. And if you wake up holding paper you don't remember, it's already too late.